You guys have sent in a lot of questions, so I've selected 10 and we're just gonna get into it. The first one I've got written down is Boris diss track. I might write one in the process. I might start writing it, so very soon, I'd say. Do you think Fred is better than Partey? No. What Partey does is doesn't just do defending like a CDM and protect the defense, but he's comfortable at his feet. He can pass the ball as well. He drives. His dribbling, being comfortable at his feet means that his dribbling is decent, and that means that he drives that ball into space because he's comfortable with his dribbling and having the ball. And we can trust him having the ball, not like Mustafi or other centre-backs. And I think Partey is also better because if you compare box-to-box midfielder, this season Fred is doing alright, but if you compare box-to-box midfielder roles and CDM roles, Partey is better. But I think the way Fred can be better for Man U is if he plays the deep line playmaker role. That role, when he played that for Shakhtar in the league, and when he played that because they're comfortable in the league, so they didn't need to attack as much because they had other attacking talent, so they didn't need Fred as much to do that. And when he did play that deep line playmaker role, I feel like he did that really well, and we saw it. We saw it for Man U when he did it in the early stages of his Man U career. When he joined, he played that really well, and I think he can be the Nemanja Matic replacement. And just instead of having an out-and-out defensive presence, you got someone that does some defensive work but will create as well. That's what I think Man U should do with Fred. Otherwise, Partey is better right now. Why has Pepe flopped so badly? The obvious reason is he creates chances, but he's inconsistent. Number one, having £67.5 million to your name obviously means you're going to have pressure coming with that. And then with add-ons bringing it to £72 million, there's obviously pressure with that being the club that you signed for the most expensive transfer that the club has made on you and the big hefty price tag. That's obviously came with pressure. He came and started doing all right, but eventually other players like Saka have really improved and came into the fold. And I feel like with Pepe, he's not getting enough opportunities because we saw in the Southampton game. Eze needs to go on loan. We've seen that from the Southampton game. Because every time Pepe created the chances, which created the most chances for Arsenal, Eddie scuffed it. If you had someone like Lacazette, maybe a few of those chances would have been scored and we wouldn't be talking about Pepe and Southampton like that. But Pepe's flopped because he's not, number one, not getting enough game time. Number two, he creates, but he's inconsistent in creating. And number three is the players he has, they don't score enough. Lacazette's starting to score and create, but he doesn't do enough of it this season. And you've got Ozil who's left. Smith Rowe is trying to provide us goal involvements, but he's still young and raw. So I feel like he doesn't have the team. The team needs to be built around him, basically. Do I know the difference between no and now? Sometimes I know the difference between no and now, but I struggle with them. Partey or Højbjerg? Partey or Højbjerg? Højbjerg and Partey as midfielders, I feel like Partey is better, but they're both good for their roles because Partey also need a CDM that can actually defend but also be comfortable with the ball at their feet and dribble the ball a bit if there's a space ahead of him. That's what Partey is good for, and Arsenal need someone like that, and that's what Arsenal got. Well, Spurs, they don't need that because they've got many other CDMs, and players like Tanguy and Ndombele will do the box-to-box midfielder role. And Højbjerg just needs to be that guy that tackles, and as soon as he gets that ball, just passes the ball forward, and that's what he does. He does pass that ball forward, and he's good for Spurs in that regard because they just need someone to pass that ball forward to help them get attack started and leave it all to Son and their attack. And that's why I think Højbjerg's good for Spurs, but otherwise I feel like Partey is better. What plans have I got for the channel in the future? My plans for the future is I do want to release like a merchandise, like a book, maybe a few more songs, things like that. I do want to do different videos like these Q&As, more challenges, just a wide range of content. So I got that prepared coming for the channel, and going to continue with the football content, as I know so many of you have asked me to and like that content. Square root of 81. I'm not sure what square root means. I don't remember, but I'm assuming with 81, the first number that comes to my head is 9. So I'm assuming just 9. Where do you think Arsenal will finish? This question, if Arsenal continue their form in the Premier League form, I'm talking about, if Arsenal continue their Premier League form, we have no doubt they will aim for top 10 and potentially finish top 8. You never know. Otherwise, I think top 8 Arsenal can definitely finish it, but their form needs to continue. And that is if we play 4-2-3-1 and we have Smith Rowe at cam, because there's no other cam that is better unless we bring one in. What was the reason for starting the channel? The reason for starting the channel is I thought like I was saying my opinions about Arsenal to myself, so I thought like I could just share my opinions with people and get views for them and get other people's opinion on football and what's happening and on my opinion, and start a debate in the comments. And as well as that, I thought I could grow my channel quickly to get money. Hasn't worked out like that, but I'm still going to persist. And do you think Fred is better than Partey? A lot of that's the same as I put before, but as I said, Partey is better than Fred. Other than that, that was all the questions I got that I selected. Hit the subscribe button and peace.